Hey there everybody, this is DC from the DC Live channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Well, the Superman teaser trailer is out and it is closing in on 50 million views on YouTube while we're filming this video. And it has spawned some of the funniest viral memes, mostly at the cost of the DCU. People are complaining about the costume, broccoli top, guy Gardner, and there's so much discussion about neck breaking, destruction in Metropolis, and most of all, hashtag Henry Cavill Superman and hashtag in Gunn we trust. We have so much to discuss. Let's get going. So initial thoughts there. Once the snow clears, the smoke clears, you see that Superman is hurt and possibly dying. And of course, questions, wonder why, right? Is it kryptonite or is light from the red sun involved? We don't really know. But what I do think is this is a bold statement that even though the previous promos and set pics depict a more colorful, brighter, and more comic book approach, this is a serious movie. It's a deliberate thing that Gunn is doing. Because people have complained that Gunn is just going to have Superman have a dance-off, or this is all going to be just all jokes like the MCU or Guardians of the Galaxy. This is basically saying right from the get-go that this is going to be a serious movie. The other thing that I immediately noticed is the folds. Some people have made fun of me that I pointed this out on X. His shorts, there's this weird fold going on there. And the question is, how does a multi-million-dollar production produce folds or just costumes that don't flatter the actors? I know that Gunn is trying to not emphasize muscularity as Snyder did with his costumes. And I know that it's intentional, but why does the costume not fit the actor? Now, I love this. Many people have complained about the broccoli top. Now, I personally have no problems with this. I think it's part of the disguise. I mean, think about it. You have this guy who is 6'3" and broad shoulders, right? So he is this larger than life persona. So when he's Clark Kent, especially if he's trying to hide his identity, he has to do something like this. The whole way he's carrying himself in the scene, I think he did this pretty well with his clumsiness, and he's just a klutz. And did you notice the guy that he bumped into? The guy just looked at him like, seriously, bro, what's going on? And he didn't go like, wow, this guy's so tall and muscular. He just went like, seriously, what's your problem? And I think that's the idea. It's basically, you wouldn't give this guy a second glance. The appeal of Superman is that he's this larger than life persona, but deep down, he's just a small town farm boy. That's why he looks at the world with hope. The whole yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. And he's from Smallville, and that means it's a very small town, right? He looks at the world with wonder. And despite experiencing people that challenge that view, he continues to believe and hope. He comes from a world where everyone knows everybody, right? Like you can ask the neighbor for sugar or milk if you're out, or maybe Pa Ken will just watch over the neighbor's kids or a cow or dog, right? This is just really awesome about Superman. James Gunn. So, James Gunn, wow. Talk about a controversial person to run DC Studios. Firstly, there are all these weird tweets that he has. He's clearly someone who is sucked into the world of Hollywood. One could say corrupted by the entertainment world. I don't think people should dismiss the volume of weird tweets. It's definitely weird. It's definitely out there. At the same time, WBD needed someone to head DC Studios. No one wanted the job.
Hey everyone, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman.
Gunn made things worse with the overall situation and even for himself by unhiring Cavill, or this I never fired Cavill, I just didn't hire him because he wanted a younger Superman, but at the same time keeping his friends and family hired for this not entirely full reboot DCU. Basically, WBD, and Gunn all had baggages, and they all brought it into this all new, but not really new DCU. So back to the trailer. I love the choice of the electric guitar playing the John Williams Superman theme. It conveys we're nostalgic, but also modern and forward-looking. Rachel Brosnahan is a fine choice for Lois Lane. To be quite honest, there's not much on the trailer for anyone to really show their acting chops. We're just gonna see how she fares. Pa Kent crying. First off, do you think Ma Kent's gonna die in this version of Superman? Something I've noted through this entire short trailer. Corenswet really doesn't stick out as a great actor as Superman as of now. This is just a teaser trailer, I'm very aware of it. But not much emotion is shown so far. This moment with Pa Kent crying, even though we don't really get to see much of it, I get so much more emotion through Pa Kent's body language than Corenswet. Even though we get to see Corenswet's facial expression, there's just not much emotion going on in the entire teaser trailer. Again, this is just a teaser trailer.
Krypto. Home. Take me home.
So now, why is Krypto not flying? Let's find out. We've got the Who's Who omnibus here. I got Kryptos in this. Right. What? So let's see. Powers and weapons. Krypto has the same powers as Superman, though his strength is less, of course. He has super speed, super strength, the power of flight. The power of flight? Love the whistle because I know what's coming. Krypto! I love that Krypto is in this universe because it tells us that with the whole Superman being hurt and bloody, and this is a serious take on DC, but Krypto's presence tells us that this is unapologetically comic booky. The choice of a dog for Krypto, he's a runt. He's not this like super strong, super big type of dog. He's just a runt, but he's also super strong. And I love this. This makes me hopeful, to be quite honest. Now, I don't want a childish DCU, but I want an unapologetically comic booky DCU. The cloud of smoke, because Krypto is moving so fast, the lopsided ears, the wagging tail. Love it, love it, love it. Now, I love the soaring music, especially the slow-mo, saving the girl, blasting debris with his hair still kind of like flowing with the explosion. I just love the entire shot, the way his cape flows to the side. It's just heroic. I just love that, right? And this is the moment where a lot of people talk about the way he moves so fast. He's probably going to break the little girl's neck and breaking Zod's neck, right? You know what? Superman is being heroic, and that is a good thing. So I just love this moment. There's the moment where the crowd is not happy with him, right? Again, it signals that this is just not all smiles and red roses. There's drama. It's effective. But then again, all of this, to be quite honest, is very similar to Snyder's Man of Steel. Toppling buildings, metropolis destruction. Just saying, it's pretty the same still. Speaking of the not smiling and the can scene, right? Have you guys seen this short video? Someone superimposing over all the characters in the teaser trailer with a smile, right? I think it's a very smart jab at the complainers of the somber Snyderverse, when in actuality, this trailer is pretty somber too. No one's smiling. These are Kryptonians. And if you want realism, if you punch one through a building, the building is going to collapse. And the battle was in the heart of Metropolis. What are you going to do about that? Mind you, Snyder only functions in extremes. There is no some destruction. It's just the whole city has to be destroyed. And this is a serious Superman, but he has to break Zod's neck. He functions in extremes. He's not for everybody. I get it. Totally get it. So, lots to talk about. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. He looks menacing, right? He's angry all the time. He's just vicious looking the entire trailer. So, in contrast of my least favorite thing in the Snyderverse, and that's Eisenberg's take of Lex Luthor. I feel bad for Eisenberg. I really think he's a talented actor, but the whole fidgety, no control over his volume Luthor was my least favorite thing in the Snyderverse. Though I really loved his scene on the rooftop with Superman and BVS. He showed that he can act. Poor guy.
And he's coming!
Ding, 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 ding.
Luthor Corps. Was it always Luthor Corps? I think it was Lex Corps, right? The only time I think Luthor Corps, it was called Luthor Corps, was in Smallville. And in the comics, it's always been Lex Corps, right? Is it just me? And what do you think it's trying to say by using Luthor Corps?
Superman.
Okay. Hold up. So, with the crowd and the can't scene, I just want to say he flinched.
Don't forget your tip.
I love the use of children to tug at my heartstrings. It's just all the feels. Nothing screams more hope than a kid raising the Superman flag to call, Superman, come save us, right? So nothing is more hopeful than that. And Superman has got to come through. It would be awful if this scene was in the movie and Superman doesn't come save this little kid. This would be horrible. But then again, it would explain why the crowd is not happy with him. So Superman's got to save this little kid. It's just too awesome, just too hopeful. Superman has just got to keep the hope going. So coming back to Guy Gardner, love Nathan Fillion, but I really hate this haircut. Now I know it's book accurate. It's from the 80s. I know that. That's essentially how his haircut looks like. But there's something to be said about this production again. Even though he's supposed to be kind of like this loser, annoying character, the haircut is really pointing out that Nathan Fillion's an older actor. It's not flattering to Nathan Fillion. Metamorpho. Okay, so a couple of Easter eggs. When Superman was in that building with people yelling at him and Guy Gardner and all that, right? There's Stag Industries right behind him as part of Metamorpho's origin. Stag Industries was actually portrayed or shown or teased or cameoed in Wonder Woman 1984.
You're lying to your son like you lie to everyone else.
Simon!
Boom.
We have a warrant for Simon Stagg.
Mr. Terrific looks incredible. I love the costume. It's pretty comic accurate, actually. And I actually love the mask. But, interesting, I always thought the mask was painted on him. But I have no issues with an actual mask. The only thing is, if the mask is solid and it's right on top of his lip, is he gonna talk weird?
I wonder. Yeah?
And of course, the last shot of Superman and Lois hugging. That conveys to me that this relationship is going to be central to this movie. And I don't mind that at all. Emotions are high on either camps, whether you are a Snyder or a James Gunn fan. As a DC fan, I feel like I have no home. I love the Snyderverse. I loved it so much that I made a 4-part video series on should we restore the Snyderverse. And you can check them out here, right there. However, that doesn't really mean that I agree with everything that Snyder has done. But it also doesn't mean that I hate it. And when have we become like this? That we can't just nerd out about comic books and entertainment and just disagree. It's coming to the point where I either agree or I hate it. And the Gunn stands aren't that different either. As soon as I point out the folds on the Superman suit, you're a Snyder bro. You are a Snyder bot. And I love dark and depressed Superman. I'm a DC fan first. And I love what Snyder has done with the DCEU. And I love the Snyder Cut. And you know what? I really would want Superman to not question his call to be a hero. And I really don't want Superman to be evil again. The truth is, we don't know what Gunn is going to do. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I know that the internet hasn't been kind to us Snyder fans. I too have been called a Snyder bot. And I've had people make fun of my looks, my wrinkles, my age, that I'm balding, or I'm just plain stupid. See, the truth is, we should not have people have so much effect on us, especially when we don't know who or how they look like. Think about that. The way I see it, you should be able to express how you feel about a movie, especially when it's connected to something that you love so much. And if you don't like it, express it. In a lot of ways, it's good for the studios to know what their audience, their customers, think about what they've done. Gone are the days when movie studios think that they can just tell us, the customers, their audience, how to think. They know now, with bomb after bomb at the box office, that if they don't listen to their customers, now I'm not saying that they should just cater to everything the customer wants, but if they don't respect the people who are essentially buying their products, they're going to know pretty quickly that we don't have to spend our money on what we don't like. So everyone, express what you think, but we can have fun disagreeing. Or at least we can learn to disagree and have fun at the same time. I want to nerd out with everybody. My close friends just give me a weird stare whenever I go off telling them about why comic books are so awesome. I just love the fact that I have a space on the internet to nerd out with people. And if you don't agree, we can just have fun. I'm having fun. And if people are attacking you on a personal level, that's because they don't know how to disagree. Move on from those people. Chat with the ones who are having fun with you. Let me know in the comments section down below with how you deal with bullies online. I just want to remind everyone, this is comic books, entertainment. In the grand scheme of things, it's not real or that big of a deal. Now, someone has shared with me that these movies have helped them deal with a lot in their own lives. And I want to encourage you to not let people you don't know take that away from you. So let's have fun with it. Well, there you have it, everybody. Those are my thoughts on the Superman teaser trailer. Did you like it? Are you hopeful for DC, Superman, and the DCU moving forward after seeing this teaser trailer? You have got to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe, give me a big old thumbs up, and don't forget to ring the bell icon to be notified of more great content coming your way. Be sure to check out my most recent videos of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, volumes 1 and 2, and other videos of tech reviews and entertainment news, movie reviews, or you can just use the links in the description below. Remember, life's too short, live it fully. DC from the DC Life channel signing out, and I will see you in the next video. You see, I love the Snyderverse. I loved it so much that I made a 4-part video series on should we destroy. Oh my gosh, that was sort of what I meant to say. Don't destroy the Snyderverse.